It is time for Cardinals baseball. A gray Sunday in St. Louis as the Cardinals and Pirates wrap up Game 4 of our set. The Redbirds need a win to split the first 4 head-to-head with their Central Division rivals today. Hi again, everybody. I'm Chip Carey. Jim Evans and Jim Hayes will be along in just a moment. The Cardinals fell in extra innings to the Pirates yesterday, and today we'll turn to Miles Michaelis against Mitch Keller in the series wrap-up. Yesterday, as you know, Major League Baseball celebrated Jackie Robinson Day. Today, the St. Louis Cardinals will honor Bruce Sutter, one of the all-time great relief pitchers in the history of the National League and certainly the St. Louis Cardinals. And for a special ceremony, let's join John Hewlett here at the ballpark.
Ladies and gentlemen, last October, Hall of Fame relief pitcher Bruce Sutter passed away at the age of 69. Already a Cy Young Award winner and 4-time All-Star when he joined the Cardinals in 1981. He led the National League in saves and finished in the top 10 in the league MVP voting 3 times in his 4 years as a Cardinal. Just the sight of Engine 42 warming up in the bullpen could bring Cardinals fans to their feet. And he brought the house down at Busch Stadium when he struck out Milwaukee's Gorman Thomas to seal a Game 7 win and World Series crown for the Redbirds in 1982. As the Cardinals remember Bruce today with commemorative base jewels in his honor, we also welcome Bruce's sons, Chad, Ben, and Josh, and Chad's son and daughter, Callan and Riley. Bruce's family at home plate are Cardinals President Bill DeWitt III, President of Baseball Operations John Mozeliak, and Cardinals manager Ali Marmol. They are presenting Bruce's family with these commemorative bases similar to those in use during today's game.
"27th out, you know in the morning when you get up. 27th out, you know in the morning when you get up that you're going to be the difference between winning that game and losing that game that night. And if you think about that, it's hard. But when you get used to doing it, and you do that every time, every day, you're ready to do that, and you're doing it 80 times a year. And once you get that feeling and you have a little bit of success, and then the 27th out doesn't become that hard. This is the prettiest jersey by far. It just meant something to me. As soon as we came to the Cardinals, then right away you felt like you could get to the playoffs of the World Series, and it was just fantastic. And to be remembered now as one of the all-time Cardinals, it's fantastic.
Sutter from the belt to the plate, a swing and a miss, and that's a winner! That's a winner! A World Series winner for the Cardinals!
His family with his red Cardinals Hall of Fame jacket. As one of the greatest relief pitchers in baseball history, no one was more proud to wear that jacket and to be a member of the Cardinals family than Bruce Sutter. Today, the Cardinals extend their sympathy to Bruce's family, and together we celebrate the memory of one of the great pitchers and great men to wear the birds on the bat.
Once a Cardinal, always a Cardinal, and our sympathies to Bruce's lovely wife, Jamie, who couldn't be with us today. She's watching in Atlanta, and we will never forget the great Bruce Sutter. Boy, we had some nasty thunderstorms late last night, and hopefully that bright sunshine, Jim's a good omen for the Cardinals and for Miles Mikolas in particular. First couple of starts for Miles have been rough. Nowhere to go but up. Hopefully that starts today.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how this weather affects him also, too. He's a touch guy. A lot of sliders, a lot of cutters, moving the ball around. And you're right, he really needs to step it up. Last time out, 10 hits after 5 innings, but only 88 pitches, so we need to get him through this game.
Short bullpen for the Cardinals today. It's 47 degrees as we approach first pitch. It's the Cardinals, it's the Pirates from Busch Stadium. It's coming up next. Haven't gotten many big hits of late. Steven Matz and the Cardinals frustrated with the strike zone yesterday. Ali Marmol ejected for the first time by Will Little. He'll try to stick around for Game 4 as Miles Mikolas sparks one up and gets us ready for the Pirates here at Busch Stadium. Around for the Cardinals here in Game 4. It is a chilly day. We had horrendous thunderstorms in St. Louis pass through overnight. And with the front going through, it's currently 46 degrees. Jim Evans, Jim Hayes joins me here at Busch Stadium, and Miles Mikolas is on the mound. Jimmy, we mentioned it a moment ago. He'd be the first to tell you he's better than his numbers have shown in the first couple of starts. Today's the day to get things turned in the right direction.
Oh, yeah, and it's early. The numbers will, the ERA will spike even with the slightest problem. You look at the Hyundai pitch arsenal, a lot of everything. It's funny, every time he goes out there, we show this pitch arsenal, and it's pretty much everything. But what we don't talk about is what's working that day. And when you see one or two things start working, you'll see him use a lot of them. He'll go to that cutter. He'll go to that backdoor sinker. And so hopefully maybe this cold weather will be good for him.
Well, Miles has had some good luck against the Pirates in the past. Hopefully he'll have good luck with the top of this Pittsburgh order. They've had a pretty good series by and large. Brian Hayes hit his first career leadoff home run for Derek Shelton's crew yesterday. Pirates beat the Cardinals 6-3 in 10 innings in Game 3 of the set. So we are underway, and that sounded like a strike, but was called a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. And Jim, here we go again in Game 4.
Or you mean here we go again with the umpiring, or just the game in general?
Oh, just the strike zone. Another close miss. 2-0.
That's just right there, though. Well, I mean, I tell you what, if you're watching a pitcher closely and he's missing, what you want to see is him missing right at the glove. You know, it's you don't want to see him trying to go down and away and missing up and in, vice versa, all over the place. So he's right where he wants to be. He just needs to kind of zone it in a little bit, get closer to the zone.
3 balls and a strike. Ryan Addington is the home plate umpire. That's Will Little, who ejected Ali Marmol yesterday.
Because the strike zone wasn't very little.
It was not Will Little, was it?
Was not.
So Mikolas back in the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Key for Miles to get out of the first inning. Almost half of his runs allowed have come in the opening frame for the Cardinals. He'll look to change that. And out of play foul by Hayes, who's hitting a .182. And his first homer came here yesterday. As we said, it was no cheapie, 440 feet.
Yeah, I was wondering the weather, you know, a little bit heavier because it's colder, but really the humidity is not that high. So
into center. Will that hang up? It will not. It gets past Nootbaar, and that'll trickle into shallow center field. Hayes around second, on his way to third. Walker backs up. Here's his throw, and it won't be in time. Solars took a chance, couldn't keep the ball in front, and Hayes is at third base to start the game.
The toughest play in the outfield is this play right here, and only because if you hesitate at all and you don't get the jump, you got to stop. And he tried to knock it down, but you could see right there, it took him a second to really get full speed. And the only thing you can do is, instead of trying to pick that, you almost just have to dive into it with your body and last second give up everything and kind of wear it. And, you know, he didn't have such a great angle, and that's just a tough play.
Reynolds jumps on the first pitch, skies that toward Jordan Walker and right. That'll be plenty deep enough. Hayes will saunter home, and in the blink of an eye, the Pirates have a 1-0 lead. So here's a look at the Cardinals defensive lineup presented by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. Wilson Contreras back in harness behind the plate. In the outfield, Nootbaar, Burleson, and Jordan Walker. RBI number 15 for Reynolds, just his second RBI in the last 9 games for Pittsburgh. And Andrew McCutchen is your hitter. A bullet hit toward third, and the birthday boy makes the catch. Nolan Arenado handles that sinking line drive. And there is out number 2. So, Jimmy, what's your Toyota key to the game for Miles and the Cardinals?
Oh, I think today I'm just going to go with Miles getting deep into this game, getting in some innings. Pitch count last time was 88, but only 5 innings. You need to get him into the 6th or 7th. Pitch count to 100. Got to really kind of try to save that bullpen. I think it's a little tired, maybe a little beat up. Been using it a lot lately. You know, it's weird spurts, right? The starting pitching not so great early on, started to take off a little bit, and then a couple times just some shorter outings. So got to get deeper into this game.
This ball will backspin to Contreras, and Michaelis gets out of the first inning. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 sacrifice fly, and here come the Cardinals down 1-0 in the first. This bud's for you. By BJC Healthcare, you deserve extraordinary care. And by Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in the St. Louis area. Find yours at your Mid-America Chevy dealer. Cardinals 6-9 on the year. This is Ali Marmol's starting lineup. Brendan Donovan has torn up the Pirates. Alec Burleson's hitting everything on the button. Goldie and Arenado. Hopefully Nolan has a big day on his big day. Wilson Contreras, as we told you, is back in the lineup behind the plate for the Cardinals. And they'll face a new look right-hander for Pittsburgh. This is Mitch Keller, who really has turned his career around the last half season. A lot more velocity, a lot more movement, and a lot more success on the hill.
Yeah, the Hyundai pitch arsenal right there. Look at the four-seamer. All of a sudden, 96 miles an hour. It jumped 3 or 4 or 5 miles an hour in a year, and I think it was 21, part of 22. Didn't have really a lot of success, but I mean, if you add 3 or 4 miles an hour to your fastball, it's going to change a lot of things, and a lot better results for him as of late.
He went to one of the pitch labs in North Carolina, Tread Athletics, and reworked his mechanics, got everything in sync, and as you said, the velo has risen, and since May of last season, he has the 7th best ERA in the National League. As this ball is cracked to center, Jack Sawinski is there, and on a chilly day, Donovan's retired to start the game. There's out number 1. The Pirates defense presented by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. Hayes and Santana on the infield corners. Tucupita Marcano is at second today. Smith and Jigba in right, Reynolds in left, and you just saw Sawinski handle his first chance in center. Here's Alec Burleson. And a strike.
I'll tell you what, if I played in this era, I would find myself living in North Carolina or Seattle, wherever that other velocity place is.
Oh, Driveline?
Oh gosh, you wouldn't be able to get me out of there. Why would you ever
set up a cot?
No, set up an apartment or buy a house there in the off season. You got to find a way to get better every year and find a way to get new stuff. I am all for that. It's just like a hitter hitting in the off season. You might as well you got to hit, and you got to figure out your weaknesses, and you got to straighten them out over every winter.
Burleson behind 0-2, pops this one again to center, and Sawinski will have no trouble with that. Well, again, for the Pirates, who are off to a great start, they've won 9 of their first 15 games. They're counting on guys like Keller and Oviedo, who also pitched well, to turn things around for Derek Shelton's club. They've lost 100 games in back-to-back seasons, and who knows, maybe this is a year that they take that tremendous leap forward in the Central Division. So far, it's gone very well for them.
Well, it's interesting that they have thrown the last 2 days. They've thrown guys that were kind of just in no man's land. And if you can turn some of these guys into pitchers, look what you just all of a sudden have got on your your roster. It's like you've just added some trades that are from frontline guys. If you're going to get a guy that's going to pick up 4 miles an hour on his fastball, and Oviedo with a different pitch yesterday, that slider was tighter, pitched a good game, although I think he got the loss yesterday, right? But pitched a great game, and I'd take that any day, the way he threw yesterday.
Well, this kid on the mound coming into the season 12-29 for his career. 12-29.
I mean, Oviedo struggled to get through 5 innings last year. All the time.
He was
last year. He got 93 pitches, 66 strikes.
He was great in game 2. Struck out 10, gave up a run, and took the loss. And that's high for Paul Goldschmidt. He's got a 3-ball 2-strike count. So the Cardinals hunt the fastball. Keller's got a good one. We'll see what gives on a chilly Sunday at Busch Stadium. The pitch is fouled back to the netting. Still 3-2. Ball's reached base in every Cardinal game so far, 15 straight, and hits that one off the end of the bat. And we'll try again. Still a 3-2 count. Goldschmidt has seen 8 pitches now, and he takes ball 4, so the on-base streak continues. Let's pile up a few pitches on Keller here in the opening inning with 2 outs. And here is 32 years young Nolan Arenado.
You would never think that he is 32 years old already, the way he plays this game. What a great at bat by Goldie, though. That is your typical Paul Goldschmidt at bat. Perfect time for it. Now we need a hit.
Nolan was frustrated yesterday. You could see the body language, both after an at bat and in the field. Nolan with a couple of strikeouts and a
couple of words for the mound visit too.
Yeah, and by a couple I mean 4 strikeouts for the Cardinals third baseman. But today's a new day, and he's got an even count. Tell you what, the Pirates in this series from the mound have been on the black. They have pitched pretty effectively. They've struck out 22 Cardinals in 19 innings in this series. The pitch is in the air toward left. That ball is down, and Arenado has a 2-strike, 2-out hit. That's more like it.
Would you say he needed that?
So the Cardinals have a 2-out rally, and Wilson Contreras is coming up, back in the lineup after a big game the other day. He's our Kia player profile. He was so happy to contribute offensively a couple of games ago. See what he does here. A strike.
Even that broken bat single.
Yeah.
What was it, 0 for 22 at the
longest
time,
of his career. He almost broke Stubby Clapp's hand in celebration as he shook hands with him. Nothing better than 2-out runs. The Cardinals have done that a lot this year. Let's see what Contreras has in store as he spits on a breaking ball. 2-1.
The other thing Keller did too is he developed a cutter in the offseason. And so that's helped him a lot too. And he's actually used it a lot. He's used it 24% of the time, and opponents are just 2 for 9 against it with 3 strikeouts. So that helps too.
Hit hard but foul. And now the Pittsburgh opening day starter has Contreras in an even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out. That's been the big number on your screen. Cardinals 5 for 34 with Risp in the series. Ground ball. That eats up the first baseman. That trickles into center. And here comes Goldie. He will score standing up. And the Cardinals get a break and a tie. Santana couldn't handle that. He might have hurt himself. He took one off the collarbone yesterday. What happened here?
All of a sudden, first base has become the hot corner. Oh, that ate him up too. That hit him in the same area, the chest or the neck, or.
Well, he got a piece of it with the glove, but it bounced up. Where did it get him?
I'm going to go with not in the glove. Man, I have to get a chest protector out there. Guys are crushing balls at first. Oh,
he never got leather on it. Yikes.
That's what you call a rip ball. Look at this wherever. I'll take them wherever. You know, it's one thing if you can take the abuse and get outs, but it's the other thing if they're bouncing off of you and guys are scoring runs.
So the Cardinals get an infield hit with Goldschmidt at second. They cash in the walk, and now Nolan Gorman. When we said a moment ago there was frustration with the Cardinals, it's from an offensive standpoint. They've had lots of scoring chances. It's great to see them cash one of these in the early moments of this game.
Be interesting to see how they pitch him here. He's really done a nice job hitting fastballs compared to last year. Really had a tough time. So this year, look at the average versus the fastball versus the off speed. Over the top at 417.
Little pop, Hayes foul ground.
There's that cutter right there. That's
track
nasty.
it down. That was nasty. But the Cardinals take advantage of a 2-out walk. An infield hit from Contreras ties the game. Complete your next visit to Busch Stadium. Buy and manage game tickets. Redeem offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Kanan Smith-Njigba is the hitter. He's the Pirates right fielder today. Michael is through 7 pitches in the first inning to Ke'Bryan Hayes, through 5 pitches to the next 3 Pirate hitters. And the Cardinals have gotten him even 1-1 as we move to the second inning. The Cardinals RBI came from Wilson Contreras, who's heating up on a 47-degree day. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Speaking of heating up, let's join Jim Hayes. Jimmy.
No one is happier to be a Cardinal than Wilson Contreras. RBI single in the first, but he's gotten off to a slow start. His RBI single Friday night snapped an 0 for 22. He showed some emotion running to first. Wilson told me there's no pressure. I just really want to help this team, but I know there are 162 games. I'm not worried. I know I will hit. Chip, his resume would back that up.
And he's 2 for his last 2, Jim, with a couple of RBIs. That's got to make him feel good.
That's good.
So Jack Sawinski, the Pirates center fielder, hits with the bases empty. Sawinski 1 for 4 in the series, a homer and 4 RBIs on the year. So far, Mr. Edmonds, any Coors Field after effect is not evident with Miles Mikolas at home today.
Well, I think maybe that's why the 88 pitches comes into play, where he didn't stretch it way out. I did talk to him a little bit the other day, and he's one of those guys that, you know, I don't feel like I need to like sugarcoat anything. And so I randomly asked, and I said, not specifically him, but pitching. And I said, do you feel it? And he goes, you know what? I think, one, you get fatigued a little bit quicker during the game, and so you try to maybe push a little harder. And then he says, sometimes you do feel a little extra soreness, maybe behind your shoulder or just body aches, because definitely of the air, but like not hurt, but definitely like you've lifted weights or done something different. So thus you see, you know, maybe the bullpen guys are being a little cautious of a couple of those guys down there for that reason.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Just missed the corner. Sawinski hitting 6th for Pittsburgh. Pirates head to Colorado next. The pitch. Smoked into center. Nootbaar again. This time plays it safely. Learned his lesson, didn't he? 1-out single from Sawinski.
Well, I can tell you from experience, when you're running after that ball, you're thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, here we go again. I want to catch it, but I mean, the other thing too is these guys play so deep. This ball right here, I'm thinking normally probably catch that ball if you're not that deep. I mean, they're really deep out there for what I think is kind of an area for the second half of the lineup. But I mean, today's era is like play to stop the double, you know, not play to catch the outs anymore. It's kind of weird to me. I mean, take a look at like just, you know, and Willie, that's not how Willie played. Willie didn't play that way. I didn't play that way. There's a time and a place to back up, and there's a time and a place to take some outs away. And the thing I do like is Miles Michaels hits his spots. So if you see the catcher set up, I'm pretty sure you're going to get a pitch in that spot, and that's how you would play defense to it. You don't go out there, and he's not a fly ball pitcher. He's not a guy that throws the ball down the middle. You're not going to be running back a whole lot.
So Pittsburgh with a couple of hits in front of Nootbaar in straightaway center. And Rodolfo Castro, who's had a very good series, is the hitter. Castro with 5 hits, including a home run. He's knocked in 3 runs against the Cardinals. Pop fly foul. Castro getting the playing time for the Pirates at short until O'Neal Cruz comes back from his fractured ankle. Pushed him off the plate, ball 3. Arenado backs up now with a 3-1 count. Runner goes on the ground. Diving play at first. Goldie, nice play. Runner advances, 2 outs. Not hit hard. And Goldschmidt wins the race to the bag. Runner in scoring position for Tucupita Marcano now. Time for our BJC Healthcare Injury Report. The Cardinals gave us an update on what's next for Adam Wainwright. And the folks in Springfield, assuming the Springfield Cardinals are at home Wednesday,
treat, huh?
Get to see Waino pitch.
Nice little treat. Only bad thing is he's going to have to buy dinner for everyone down there.
That was my next thing. It's also a treat for his teammates.
No more pizzas. Pizzas were easy. Those in the old days.
1 ball, no strikes for Marcano. I'm not sure if Springfield's playing my son's beloved Amarillo Sod Poodles. But if Adam needs a scouting report on the Amarillo club, my sons will be happy to provide that.
So a couple of years ago, I ran through a couple of the nicknames of some of these teams, and I think that might just be the worst one ever.
Come on.
Sod Poodles.
There's
some bad ones out there. I don't know what we're doing in the minor leagues these days, but very interesting.
It's a nice way to say prairie dog. That's what that is.
Ah. Politically correct. Prairie dog.
Well, first the 3-0 pitch.
Sod Poodles.
Come on. Cute little mascot.
Don't even get me started. I think we went for like 3 innings one day on this stuff, so just going to shut it off right here.
Well, Springfield's playing Midland, so Adam won't have to worry about the Sod Poodle. How about the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp?
Yeah, that's what I mean. So when I played the Texas League, Springfield was the Cardinals and Midland was the Angels.
Well, now they're the Rockhounds.
That's what I mean. What happened?
Here's Austin Hedges. Jim, you know, it's all marketing, right?
Oh, my Lord.
I won't even get you started on what calf fries are.
Let's just start moving on right now. It's a 1-0 pitch here coming up from Michaelis
in a 1-1 game. And a strike to the Pirates catcher. Hedges 1 for 10. He spent some time on the concussion list. Line into left field. That is down for a hit. Streaking around is Sawinski. He's going to score. And Pittsburgh, with a 2-out knock, has regained the lead. It's uncanny. 2-out walks lead to problems, and the Pirates lead again.
Yeah, his free passes are tough, and I'll tell you what, it's a pretty good pitch down and in. Austin Hedges gets the bat on the ball in there, hits the barrel too. That is down and in.
So back to the top we go. Ke'Bryan Hayes. Pittsburgh with 2 runs on 3 hits.
This is definitely not your old Pittsburgh Pirates. Something else I saw that they've improved on this year too. I think they're 3rd in stolen bases. Starting to run more.
Yep.
Just be more aggressive. Stop. You can't sit back and just, we don't play well. Sit back and just say, oh, well, we're just not that good. I mean, might as well try and learn something out of it, right?
Well, I was going to ask you that. The evolution of a team, get all these young players, you come in from different organizations, you lose together. And look, they've done that a lot the last 2 years. You have to go back to the 50s for the Pirates to have back-to-back 100-loss seasons. But Derek Shelton's kept a steady hand here. And I would think, Jim, after a 9-6 start, some of these young Pirates are probably beginning to think, hey, why not us? Why not now? And isn't that half the battle?
I think it is. It's a lot of mental. I mean, you got to walk onto the stadium or onto the field thinking you're going to have to beat us today. And that's an attitude you have to come with every day. And a lot of these young teams, they can't carry that through the whole season. They think, oh, and then it starts to drop. And then interesting story. Tony La Russa used to say at the end of the year, these are the teams you have to beat because they're going to run out of steam because they don't know how to win yet. And so when you get to September, these are the teams you have to prey on.
Michaelis gets a fly ball off the bat of Ke'Bryan Hayes. Pittsburgh gets a hit from their 9th place hitter, Austin Hedges, and the Buccos have a 2-1 lead. All the bonus babies are bundled up on a chilly day in St. Louis. And a nice crowd is gathered at Busch Stadium for our wrap-up with the Pirates. We've got the Arizona Diamondbacks coming in tomorrow. And now Mitch Keller has been given his 2nd lead. He'll face Lars Nootbaar to start the 2nd inning. Nootbaar back after an early season trip to the injured list with a sore thumb. Lars has been getting on base. A bunch of walks for him, including 3 yesterday, and he scored the 7th inning run that gave the Cardinals a 3-3 tie. And strike 3 called. Keller punches him out. There's that cutter again, and Nootbaar's strikeout victim number 1.
We got here. This might just be a 4-seamer that he just froze him right there. That's the thing. So this is the like having that cutter now. If you don't pitch in much, and every time you do, it's a cutter. All of a sudden, you throw a straight one in there, locks up the hitter. That's why having those extra pitches, just to let the hitter know I have this, is enough to do damage.
Jordan Walker on the ground, left side. Hayes cuts it off and slings her across for out number 2. Tommy Edman, your batter. Base is empty, but first a quick word from Great Southern Bank.
What's the best part of turning 100? You. Our neighbors we've had the opportunity to support throughout the years. Great Southern Bank, celebrating 100 years of support.
Quiet series for Tommy Edman. Hopefully the Pirates will help him change that today.
Yeah, he kind of has his way with the Pirates. I think it's career versus Pittsburgh, 331. Not bad, huh? 331. That's the 4th best among active players. And you know you're doing something when you actually see somebody that is ahead of Goldie or Arenado in those kind of stats. Goldie only had 317 versus Pittsburgh. Only.
Only. Paul, that was Jim that said only.
Sorry, Paulie. Only. Gosh, he's gone downhill.
Edman takes his timeout with a 2-strike count. Keller coming off a no decision last time out against the world champion Astros. 2 runs over 6 2/3 innings. 2-2. Well, you've got Keller, you've got Oviedo, you've got the ageless wonder Rich Hill in rotation for the Pirates. As this ball is off the right side of the mound and into center field. More 2-out magic for the Cardinals. Edman has his first hit today.
I don't think this is the pitch you want to throw here, but check a look at the Chevy pitch tracks. This is just a breaking ball to a guy who stays back in battles. We were talking about this the other day. Those are the guys you really want to get after with the fastball or make them make a decision quick. When you give them something to see and stay back on, just like Donovan, he's going to have a better chance to put it in play.
Did you ever toy with that hockey puck handled bat?
Nope.
No?
No, I thought it was interesting. About 20 years ago, my dad saw Barry Bonds play live here, and he said, why don't more people have that extra weight on the bottom of the bat? And I was telling that story last year, and I'm thinking, who's going to do that? You know, he's like, no, you have a little handle at the bottom, give your, weighted difference, maybe get some better wood. And then I just got a random text from my dad the other day, like a week ago, and he goes, I thought of that 20 years ago. And I thought, yeah, I've told everyone that already. You got the credit. You should have just made it.
Yeah, where's the patent when you need it, right?
I thought it was funny, too, because he said Barry Bonds, and he was wondering, is there a reason to that, why he has that big knob, like counterbalance? But when I went to the Louisville factory, they talked about how they have to choose certain types of wood to get the right weight.
Oh.
So
Makes sense.
if your weight is, say, a 32 ounce, they got to find a piece of wood that they can get down to that. And so each time you go up in ounces in weight, you get a little bit harder piece of wood. So I would think that big knob at the bottom would allow you to have just maybe a little bit more denser wood, because it's got to add a little bit of weight to the bottom there.
1-2 pitch. Broken bat. All right, Santana fielded that one cleanly, and he'll step on the bag, and that will retire the side.
Maybe we can take that one home with us and dissect it.
This is the 18th annual Pooches in the Ballpark Day here at Busch Stadium. 25,000 fans, 16 and up, get the first Cardinals bobblehead featuring closer Ryan Helsley and his adorable pup Major. That's courtesy of Purina. Tickets at cardinals.com/promotions. Brian Reynolds drove home the first Pittsburgh run with a sacrifice fly in the first inning. He's got 15 of them now on the year, and almost got hit.
See what he's trying to do. Miles is trying to get the cutter in there so he can run the 2-seamer back, kind of crisscrossing that inside to lefties. There's that fastball. That's great Greg Maddux right there. You don't know when the ball goes inside. You have to wait so long to see if it's going to cut or sink, and then that's why you used to see a lot of guys take that pitch for strike 3, because you're hoping it's going to cut in off the strike zone, but it always ran back.
To second, Brendan Donovan with the play, and there is out number 1. Yeah, the way I heard it explained, Josh Beckett explained it to me. Pitcher tries to make little X's on the front edge of the plate.
Yeah, he wouldn't be the guy that I would think that would be expecting to give you that explanation, because he threw 98 straight. But that's what it is, and if you can do that, the problem pitchers have is you have to have a sinker. You got to have run in order to execute, and a cutter. It's not a slider.
Right.
You know, that slider kind of goes down by your feet. You need something that stays flat and kind of eats your hands up as a lefty, and then run it back. It's very hard to. A lot of guys just don't have that. They don't have both.
And as effective as that pitch is, and I'm sure some guys just can't throw it, but if you can learn how to do it, man, huge weapon, especially in this era of amazing power that we're seeing. As that ball deep at third. What a play, what a throw. McCutchen is robbed.
You have to be running down the line thinking to yourself, why am I even running? He's just going to throw me out. Doesn't matter where it goes.
He just makes it look so easy, and it's not.
Look at his feet. They're not even he's not even in throwing position. Watch this. His feet are together. He just has enough wherewithal for him to get stopped, balanced, no matter where his feet are. His arm is strong enough to throw it over there from any direction, from any angle. You know, the story is, used to go into Colorado and you would see him standing over there by the third base coach on his knees, flinging balls to the first baseman, like they would go over the pitcher's mound and then run back. It just worked. It's kind of like you work on everything. That was like, for me, I would go out there and run around, and I would stand behind second base, and I would want every ball to go over my head, and I would just see, you know, what it was like to run back for them. Even if you weren't catching them, you wanted to track them.
In the air to right, Walker spins and makes the catch shy of the warning track. Here's a 1-2-3 for Miles Michaelis. Cardinals come up down a run. In the third inning, Alec Burleson, Paul Goldschmidt, and Nolan Arenado. Alec skied out to center his first trip. And ouch on a cold day. Oh man, that can't feel good. And it always hits the unprotected spot.
I'm going to go with, it doesn't matter if it's hot or cold. That just doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? I love that you almost said on a cold day. Never mind. It just hurts.
Oof. It's one thing to hit the top of the foot. It's another when you hit the ball.
There's the cutter.
Here. Look.
Oh! Let me tell you from firsthand experience, that does not feel good. I once did that in a playoff game, and then I went up after the game was over, and Dr. Pletta stuck a needle in it.
Oh.
And tried to draw the blood out. It was so bad. Didn't feel good.
Welcome to the I hope you aren't eating lunch portion of our broadcast.
Well, it's 2 o'clock now. We're pretty safe.
Keller on this chilly day wisely continues to play catch so he can try to stay in rhythm. And I'll bet you $1 he's going to try to throw that cutter in again with a 1-strike count.
See, I always laugh when people say that. I would throw a sinker right here because I think he's stepping in the bucket.
Broke his bat.
But he threw the cutter.
Never doubt me, Jim. 1 out here in the home third.
Well, if I'm a hitter, I'm probably not even going to swing at the next pitch just to see if my foot, when it lands, it doesn't fall off. But I always did. I always thought, okay, he's going to protect that. Maybe let me run a little sinker away. But I won't doubt you anymore.
Oh, you will. Don't worry.
Oh,
1 ball, no strikes.
No, that was it.
Key walk for Goldschmidt in the first inning. And he scored the lone Cardinal run against Keller. And didn't get that. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's been sitting 93, 94. I think he popped 95 once. But he's throwing a lot of strikes.
Well, the addition of the cutter, I think, is a big deal, too. I think it's a bigger deal than we could make out of it just because it looks like the fastball coming out of the hand.
Popped him up. Into shallow center. And Sawinski's there. Goldschmidt is out number 2. And once again, here's Nolan Arenado. Let's check out our T-Mobile coverage cam. It's Nolan's birthday today. And he's had a good day at the plate.
Play right there.
And in the field.
That's just ridiculous if you think about it. It would probably drive a minor league infield instructor crazy. You know, they want you to do everything by the book.
Set your feet.
Catch the ball with 2 hands. Crow hop. You're going too fast. You're going too slow. And you just keep playing the game until you get to the big leagues, so they'll leave you alone.
Driven toward right. And Smith and Jigba is there to make the play. And Keller has a 2-1 lead as we head to inning number 4. Lead the Cardinals 2-1. Chip Carey upstairs in the broadcast booth here at Busch Stadium, and Scott Terrier is here. Summer is right around the corner, and Scott's here to tell us all about the Cardinals Kids Clinics. One of the great parts of this time of year for Cardinal Nation.
18th season, and we just like to roll them out. We've got 13 of them, all in the area. We got 8 of them local, 5 of them regional, and we've got kids 7 to 13. So they're going to have a big time. We're going to teach them some fundamentals of baseball and talk baseball. How can it get any better than that?
That's the best part of it, right?
I'm telling you. Yeah. We don't do launch angles, but we'll tell them about it.
Perfect. And you've got a great group of instructors for the kids. I mean, there's nothing like talking to a big leaguer. You know, kids get so excited just to get an autograph, but when somebody teaches you how to throw a curveball, man, what a thrill.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of the kids don't recognize some of our guys because they're my age, but but they can go home and tell their parents and grandparents about us, and they'll all have fun talking about that.
What's it mean to you when you see some of these campers come through the program, graduate from the program, and then go on to play high school baseball or maybe college baseball, or who knows, even end up playing for the hometown Cardinals?
I mean, that's what it's all about. We tell them we want them to be as good as they can be and to play at the highest level that they can play, and that would be the definition of success in baseball. This game will tell you when you're not good enough anymore, and it's at different levels for different people. So we just want these guys to go out and have fun. Obviously, having fun and success has everything to do with being successful on the field. If you strike out 4 times, you're not going to enjoy that.
Right.
So by teaching them the fundamentals and helping them put themselves in a position to be successful, then we're giving them the best we can give them.
Sawinski hammers that toward right. That's going to creep off the fence. And that'll be a double for Sawinski with 1 man out here in the Pirates' 4th inning. Doing the research for our chat, one thing that struck me was, look, you're going to have a lot of kids involved in these clinics, but it's not like a one kid or 100, excuse me, one instructor for 100 kids. You do get really personalized instruction, which makes this camp so unique and different.
Yes, we have 7 guys that'll be there, so we have 5 different stations. And if we have 150 kids, obviously, if you break that into 5 different stations, then we've got 30 kids a station. And then we have also outside help where we'll have some high school kids that will help the instructor at the station. So you've got at worst 1 to 30, but more importantly, it's less than that because we also have people that will help us with the repetition of a group. So if you're catching ground balls, we'll break you into 3 groups and everybody gets a lot of ground balls, and we introduce the instruction with our instructors, our alumni player. So we do fielding ground balls, fly balls, we do throwing, we do hitting, and we do base running. You're like the rest of us. I'm sure you're a baseball junkie. Is it rewarding to go see a random Little League or Legion game and see the Cardinal way in practice? Yes, and what's even greater is to get to introduce it, because we know that the kids get all type of coaching from all type of different directions, and some coaches have different attitudes and different approaches. But when you get a guy that's in front of you that played at the highest level, that can break it down into its simplest form, then it makes it really much easier for the kids, and they can understand exactly what it is that's being expected. So age 7 to 13 for folks around Cardinal Nation who are watching the broadcast, how do they get their children signed up for this? Cardinals.com/clinics. That's where they can go and they can see what our schedule is. We have 13 of them. We start June 6th. We finish up on August the 1st. More often than not, there's got to be one that's pretty close by, because all the venues we do are fairly spread out, not only in the area but also outside of the area. We have a new one this year down in Farmington. Oh, great. And they actually went online yesterday. We started selling yesterday, and they're telling me Farmington's going nuts. That's awesome. So if you're down in that area and you want to go to that clinic, you better reach out really quick, because we cap it at 150. Wow. And it's not just for the boys, right? That's the other great thing. That's right. It's girls also. And what's even just as good a part of not only the instruction you're going to get from our alumni, but we also will have a special guest. David Freese will be in Springfield and Quincy. Chris Carpenter will be down in Farmington. Our local ones, we have Brendan Donovan, and we also have Ryan Helsley. They'll split those up. They'll do 4 apiece. So, I mean, it's a tremendous opportunity. You get a goodie bag, you get a hat, you get ticket vouchers, you get autographed cards. So T-shirts, it's a complete package, and it's something that I know the kids will enjoy, because we just keep doing them. We reload every year, and we sell out, so it's good.
How great is it that you get buy-in from current big league players? You just mentioned Helsley and Donovan will be doing not just one camp but 4. That says an awful lot too.
It does, you know, and even the people in the past. We've had Bader. We've had last year we had Dakota Hudson. Who was our left-handed reliever that had the beard a couple of years back that had the elbow surgery? He's with Arizona now. I forget what his name is, but, you know, we've had a lot of alumni participation. And, of course, to have Chris Carpenter come in, to have David Freese. Benji Molina is one of our, he's not an alumni, but he feels like one.
Of course.
He's one of our instructors. You know, Scott Cooper is an instructor, Danny Cox. So it's a good time, and I know that your kids will love it. So please come see us, cardinals.com/clinic.
Scott, you're the best. Congratulations. Can't wait to see you get started.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. St. Louis, it's a cold, breezy day. Man, about a 40-degree drop in temperatures from yesterday to today. As the Pirates and Cardinals meet for the final time in this series, Redbirds down a run. With Contreras, Gorman, and Nootbaar coming up, Wilson drove in the lone St. Louis run with an infield hit back in the first inning. And that ball scorched toward right center field. Smith and Jigba, though, drifts back and makes the play. And there's out number 1. Voting still open for the 2023 Cardinals Hall of Fame presented by Edward Jones. Our nominees are Joaquin Andujar, Steve Carlton, David Freese, Matt Morris, and Edgar Renteria. Cast your vote at cardinals.com/HOF. Voting closes April 21st. Nolan Gorman is your hitter.
I thought it was interesting the stats that we showed. It's in .416 against fastballs this year, and that is due to last year. I think the chase rate was up in the 32%, and it's down in the 20s. That's still a lot.
Swing and a shot down the right field line. Did he keep that fair? He did. It's high off the wall. Nolan Gorman on his way to second, and he'll stand with a 1-out double. His third 2-bagger of the year.
It's a pretty good job right here. This is the hanging curveball that he stays behind. Just misses hitting this ball into orbit. Little topspin lob.
So let's cash that in. Cardinals have 4 hits. That's their first extra base hit of the game. And here's Lars Nootbaar. Hope you enjoyed our chat with Scott Terry a moment ago. While we were talking things over, the Cardinals did have to take Alec Burleson out of the game. Dylan Carlson has taken over in the outfield. So Carlson will be the number 2 hitter on the lineup card the rest of the way today. As soon as we get an update on Alec, we'll let you know.
I'm going to go with right shin contusion for 300.
Wait, you go out on such amazing limbs.
That is incredible. A limb right there, boy.
Well, let's hope that's all it is. You know, those.
Yeah, no
you ever
kidding.
walk into a table and you hit your shin bone?
Oh yeah.
There's no protection there.
Told you I did the exact same thing that he did, and I let Dr. Paletta try to talk me into draining it in the next inning, and I didn't. And then by the time the game ended, it was just this big ball of bruise, hard coagulated blood, and wouldn't come out. So it just sat there for 2 or 3 weeks while I limped around on it.
Ball 4. And 2 are on with 1 man out. Let's enjoy a quick word now from Tickets for Less.
Tickets for Less. For a better ticketing experience. Best seats, best prices, and no surprises at checkout.
Jordan trying to snap out an 0 for 9. Great place for this kid to pick up a hit. Walker with 8 RBIs. It's even 4-piece. Pirates lead by a run. Finally got a fastball, turned it loose, but tipped it foul. Strike 1.
Just a little bit deep, a little long.
course, Jordan started his career with hits in 12 straight games. Had his first over in game 13, then got a day off. Now back in the lineup now. And as he has done quite often when he gets to 2 strikes, he'll strategically take his timeout and reset.
Just slow down a little bit. Sometimes you have to get those swings out of your system. It's not really the pitches in the pitcher. You're just like, okay, what am I doing? Let's slow down and regroup.
Gorman and Nootbaar lead. The pitch. Shot into right center field. That ball is going to drop. Gorman had to hold up as it hung up in the air for a while. He had to make sure it wasn't caught. Walker has a base hit, and the Cardinals have the bases loaded with 1 out. Nice piece of hitting with 2 strikes.
Just stayed inside the ball and put it in play. That's all you can do. It's interesting too because it's such a tough read for the guy running from second to third, but you can see Nootbaar from first to second. I don't know what it is about it being kind of in front of you versus behind you. The depth perception is so different, but better safe than sorry right there.
Well, as you said, Edman has torn up the Pirates. He's already got a hit today. One here could put us in front. Instead, it's back to the mound. They'll go to the plate for 1 and a first in time for an inning-ending double play. So the Cardinals out of luck in the 4th. Pittsburgh still leads by 1. Quality Ford Dealers, proud sponsor of the St. Louis Cardinals, and by Steel, Real Steel. Find yours at steeldealers.com. Jim Hayes, Jim Edmonds, Chip Carey, 2-1 Pittsburgh. Cardinals tough break. Just hit to a 1-2-3 double play to take them out of a bases loaded scoring chance in the 4th. So to the 5th we go in game 4.
Interesting. They moved Carlson over to center, put Nootbaar into left field. Just making this scoring a little bit more difficult for you, Chip.
Jimmy, that's why you do it in pencil. On the ground is short. And Edman slings it across with a stretch. And Brian Hayes is out number 1 here in the 5th. Michael is pitching great, getting the ball on the ground. A little bad luck cost him a run in the 1st inning. A 2-out single from the 9th place hitter cost him run number 2. But he's keeping the Cardinals in the game. Good talking with Ali Marmol before the game about the Redbirds starting pitching. Last 4 starts or so, it's been a lot closer to what they imagined it would look like after the first 2 turns through.
Kind of even like tonight or today with Miles. The 1st inning was a little tough. Then he's kind of settled down.
Broken bat pop. Edman can't get that, and that'll drop in front for a hit. So Reynolds has his first hit of the game. 1 on, 1 out, as we again check in with Jim Hayes.
Yeah, Jordan Walker began his career with a 12-game hitting streak. It wasn't to start his career, but as a rookie, bench coach Joe McEwing had a 25-game hitting streak. Joe told me Walker's feat was more impressive. He said it's much harder now with so many more media outlets and social media. The best prospects are being tagged with that superstar label in 8th grade. He said that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, Jimmy, could you imagine playing with social media, filming your every move when you're 20 years old as a professional player?
No, it definitely is a lot different. A lot more boring for sure. He's just got to stay inside.
Ground ball to short. Michaelis gets a much needed double play. Cardinals have turned more double plays than any team in the bigs. That one sends us to the home 5th and the top of the order. Inning and the top of the Cardinals order. It starts with Brendan Donovan. He's had a great series. You see that on our front door expert approach. 6 for 15 will play. Let's see if he can break through against Keller for a hit in his 3rd trip today. First pitch swing, skies it to left. And Reynolds in that cold air makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. Both guys pretty efficient so far, Jim, through 4+ innings.
Yeah, they've done a nice job. I think Miles, struggled the location obviously early on, but really is pitching well. And I mean, I think Keller's been pretty good from the get-go.
So Dylan Carlson checked into the game for Alec Burleson after he fouled a ball off his shin. So Carlson gets a chance to hit here in the 5th inning. And it's a windy day. A little dust might have gotten in Dylan's eyes there, so he gets a momentary reprieve. Dylan hitting .240 on the year, .211 from this side of the plate.
There you go. He tried to go in, fastball, run it, kind of wake him up a little bit, and then throw the exact same pitch, but cut, try to break the bat. That's really good pitching. You learn how to throw a cutter, might as well use it. Another one. What's funny is you can see the seam so well that when the cutter gets on top of you a little bit, it almost makes you freeze for a split second because it's not really what you want to hit.
Well, this cold weather isn't bothering Keller. No undershirt.
Pitchers definitely have the advantage of the cold weather.
That's high, full count. Goldschmidt and Arenado lurking for the Cardinals in a 1-run game. On the ground between first and second, Santana flips to the pitcher covering. Good play. And there's out number 2. We're celebrating Nurses Week at Busch Stadium May 3rd and 4th. When you buy a special theme ticket for either game, fans get an exclusive healthcare inspired Cardinals tumbler. For complete details, visit cardinals.com/theme. Here's Goldschmidt, the only Cardinal to score. He walked in the first and popped out in the 3rd. A couple members of our crew celebrating special days today. Our utility, Tim Garcia, celebrated a birthday in the last couple days. Patrick Eberly, TD and cameraman here on Bally Sports Midwest. His mom, our great room mother here in the booth. Patrick celebrating his 33rd birthday today. Of course, the day began with a wonderful tribute to the late great Bruce Sutter. It was great seeing his kids and grandkids at the ballpark.
What a day so far, huh?
I know Bruce's wife Jamie is watching back in Atlanta. Bruce Sutter is such a wonderful man. He is missed by all of us. Ground ball to second, takes care of Goldschmidt and the Cardinals in order. Keller and Michaelis efficient through 5. Low scoring game. Redbirds down a run. With the Pirates, they'll turn to Jack Flaherty tomorrow, and we'll get our first look at the Arizona Diamondbacks. That's our Budweiser. What's on tap?
Yeah, definitely be fun to see Jack get another chance. Start at home.
There's a shot by Carlos Santana on the first pitch, and he leads off with a single. Diamondbacks a fun team, man. Got a lot of good young players on that squad. So we'll see what Jack has in store after a super outing against Colorado, as you said.
Surprised Santana could still swing after all the balls off his body.
Well, he was
chest, ribs.
That one was 111 off the bat. And here's Smith and Jigba. He has struck out twice. Cardinals bullpen starts to work.
It's Belante, isn't it? Starting to feel a little bit better.
It was a little.
And actually, you know, it's funny.
Tender after Coors Field.
I think he got some information, and we kind of don't share a lot of it because we just kind of watch it. But I did read in the notes that it said that he was down for a couple of days for fatigue. So. Like I said, clearly there's something to it when you don't go to Coors Field that often.
Yeah, and he hasn't pitched since the 12th. So Ali and the Cardinals very careful with him, as they are with all their relievers. But they'd be the first to tell you that until this turn through the rotation, the bullpen core has been used a lot more than they would like because the starters have had trouble getting through 5 innings consistently, much less 6.
Well, I think the bullpen guys get beat up more at Coors too because of more of a max effort versus guys with, pitching at say 85%, 90% with feel. Got some of these guys come out there and is rearing back and throwing, and definitely going to be a little bit more fatigued.
Ground ball towards second. 1 there, and that's all the Cardinals will get. Nice play by Edman to act like a first baseman at second. The Redbirds get the lead runner, and there is out number 1. Let's take a quick word from our friends at Rally House.
Play ball, St. Louis. Shop the latest in Cardinals style with your favorite brands and throwback designs. Rally House has gear for every fan.
Good day for Jack Sawinski. He's singled and he's doubled. Time was called. Was that a pitch clock violation? Yes, it was. So no pitch.
Either that or he was showing off his Rolex. What do you think? Umpire?
Yeah. 1 ball, no strikes. Now it's even.
That was about as close as we've seen to the 0 and breaking of the hands. Where,
and in case you think the umpire's watching the clock, he's not. There is a device on their belt that buzzes when the pitch timer gets to 0, so the umpire will feel time expire instead of looking for time to expire. There you go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. Sawinski's perfect day comes to a close. 2 are out.
It's good old-fashioned hardball right here. So I'm saying, some of these guys, they look for the breaking ball, the slider to put in play, and every now and then you just got to go right at them. Don't give them any time to think.
Rodolfo Castro is 0 for 2. How about Michaelis, man? He pitched at Coors Field where the baseball has to feel like a wiffle ball from time to time. There has been 0 carryover effect for him in this game. He's looked very crisp with 85 pitches. He's scattered 6 Pirates hits and a couple of runs. One ball, 1 strike. In the dirt. Miles completed 6 innings against the Braves on April the 5th. That's his longest outing of the year. That was over 98 pitches. That's also a season high. Pitch number 88 is on the way and pulled foul. 2-2.
I think it's interesting. We played, what, 8% of the season, roughly about 192 games. It's almost exactly 30 minutes a game shorter. But the runs are up, the averages are up, the on-base percentage is up, and the strikeouts are about even.
Yeah, there's a lot more action. There's no question. We just trimmed all the fat away from the game, and if you go back and look at the average game time 17, 18 years ago, this is where the sport was. We all let it creep in. It's a much brisker pace, and play hasn't suffered, to your point.
Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised that the runs are up almost a full run a game from last year. I mean, you wouldn't think, stuff would stick out like that. Games are faster. I thought it was going to be an advantage to the pitcher, didn't you, when you first heard about it?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like at times, like what Jack said in spring training, well, we'll see when you get a lot of traffic on base and how you think through pitch selection. But I think it's just good old-fashioned baseball. don't like to see the pitch clock violation, but I love the fact that they're just taking the length out of the boring part of the game, which is watching their relievers take their time. How about the pitching change and the reliever throws 2 more pitches and then takes a glass of water and then trots it. I mean, those things are have really cut back a lot of time. I think that in general right there cuts off 5 minutes a game. Just if you change pitchers twice, those relievers were taking a long time to get in.
And something else that I pointed out yesterday, and I believe it, when you get a shot from our center field camera, how many fans are looking at their phones? Almost nobody. They're watching the game. As that one's whacked toward left center field, the Pirates will go first to third on a Rodolfo Castro hit with 2 outs. Smith and Jigba ran the base as well. He's 90 feet away as the Pirates try to extend a 2-1 lead.
Just a 4-seamer away. Just got too much plate. Looks like we're going to see a pitching change.
So at 92 pitches, Miles Michaelis will come out after 5 2/3 innings. The Pirates have scored 2, and Andre Palante will come on and try to put out a top of the 6th inning Pittsburgh threat. Budweiser Terrace. When you purchase your theme ticket, you'll get a Daniel Descalso bobblehead. If you buy a VIP theme ticket, you'll get access to an exclusive pregame autograph session. Tickets available at cardinals.com/budbash. Who will be the king of this game? Pittsburgh leads it 2-1, and Andre Palante is on.
There's only one king, my friend.
Yes,
it's Budweiser.
That's it. Chevy call to the bullpen. Palante comes
You of
out.
all people should know that.
Hey,
it runs in the blood.
Yes. Tucupita Marcano first and third for Pittsburgh. He's walked twice and takes a strike. Marcano has Smith and Jigba 90 feet away at third base. Rodolfo Castro, without his cell phone in his pocket, is the man at first.
I forgot about that. Was he sliding into third?
Yes.
He was taking selfies around the bases. I love it.
I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, come on.
Strike 1. And a little chopper. And bobbled. No recovery. Everybody's safe and a run is in. Donovan couldn't make the play on a slow roller to second, and the Pirates get a gift third run. We await the scoring.
That's such a weird play for him. He just does not make mistakes. It's almost like it hopped up a little bit and he just tried to snag it. And then at the end there, it was full-blown panic mode.
So a costly error for the Cardinals, and a shot to first.
Thank you.
Off the bat of Austin Hedges, and that'll retire the side. The Pirates get an unearned run. Time for the Cardinals to go to work. The birthday boy leads us off. Won your scores. We head to the home sixth. Arenado, Contreras, and Gorman are coming up. Keller's been efficient, averaging 15 pitches per inning so far in the game.
Well, I was looking up there at 75 pitches. And the thing right here is you're in the sixth. If he gets through these three guys, you're talking 85 pitches with the bottom of the lineup. You might see him into the eighth inning. But that's an if.
The Cardinals would have their hands full with what's been a terrific Pirates bullpen. Popped up. Hedges gives chase near the on deck circle and won't get there.
I think he read that a little bit wrong at the end, didn't you? He looked like he picked up steam like he was out in the park.
Looked like he almost tripped on something. I don't know if one of the bat weights was off the on deck circle, but he took an awkward route, and then when he recovered,
I think Contreras tried to trip him. That's what they were talking about.
Nolan 1 for 2. And another pop-up. Arenado, in case you wondered, has one home run on his birthday. That came with the Rockies back in 2019. Do you know who has the most homers on their birthday in Cardinals history?
Stan.
Nope. Nope.
Why not? Not me. How about Albert? Lou Brock.
Who's that other guy?
That's embarrassing. Only 2 of them? I'm tied for first? Woo!
You're hot.
Wow. Rocking 2. That's funny because I never felt like I played very well on my birthdays. And I mean, you know, those 1 for 5s with a homer go a long way.
2000 and 2003 for you. Lou Brock, 1976 and 1966.
Jeez, Lou, that was before I was born. I know he's watching up there. He's always watching.
What a great man. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And Keller strikes out Arenado. That is only his 2nd strikeout of the game. One thing this guy does, if he doesn't strike out, he gets a lot of weak contact. He has the lowest average exit velo of any pitcher in the major leagues.
I'm telling you, I'm thinking that has got to do with that cutter. Keep you off the barrel.
Ground ball foul by Wilson Contreras. Ball 2 for the Cardinal catcher. Nolan Gorman waits next. He has the lone St. Louis extra base hit today. There's a hammer job into the left field corner. That's got to make Contreras feel good.
Tell you what, all after that little bloop single.
Funny how that works, huh?
115 miles an hour off the bat. Some of his internet's working over there.
So he's starting to come around. Contreras, 3 hits in his last 4 at-bats for the Cardinals, and that brings up Nolan Gorman, who nearly hit a 4th inning home run. As we told you, it's a cold, windy day in St. Louis, and Mother Nature might have hurt Nolan last time up. This one popped up, and Castro drifts out and makes the over-the-shoulder catch. Almost overran that. So Gorman pops up, 2 away. Lars Nootbaar is your hitter. One thing that has plagued the Cardinals is they're hitting with the bases loaded and hitting with runners in scoring position. It just has not clicked as a group yet. You know it will, but they're running out of time in this game. It is the 6th inning, down 3-1. Cardinals are 7 for 39. There's
there you
a
go.
Drive deep to right field. Smith and Jigba says goodbye. Pepper grinder time. Nootbaar with a lightning bolt ties this game. What a time for his first homer of the year.
Tell you what, this guy and this swing ends up being the BJC difference maker. I've been talking about this guy has as much power as anybody out there. He just hasn't really got it to shine yet. And I don't know if you've noticed this. Isn't he much bigger in person than you thought he'd be when you first met him?
Yep.
I was shocked. I just think this guy's got a lot of untapped potential.
Boy, do the Cardinals need that. Tie game. And Walker.
Someone needs to get some new pine tar.
Oh,
that's going to take out the speaker.
Right through the netting.
Have you ever seen so many bats fly this early in the season?
Nope. Ryan Addington will load up, get some fresh baseballs.
I've got time to do everything right now.
So Walker all pine-tarred up. He snapped an 0 for 9 with a 4th inning single. Let's see if he can pick up another hit. That's out of play. Still 0-2. Well, 2 hard hit balls by the Cardinals. That's also been something very good about this offense. It's something they've preached since day 1 of spring training. Command the strike zone and hit it hard.
Well, you know what's funny is they just have done everything but score runs.
Well, they've scored 3 today and a 2-run homer from Lars Nootbaar. Yeah, the pepper grinder has the Cardinals tied heading to the 7th. Up on Friday, May the 5th, it's Boy Band Night. When you buy your theme ticket, fans take home a Boy Band Night t-shirt. Come early for a pregame concert by the Boy Band Night in the Budweiser Terrace. Go to cardinals.com/theme for all the details.
As long as it's our boy band and not a boy band, I'm good with it. Like our young players. I like it. We've got a lot of young players on this team.
No kid. Well, new life for Palante and the Cardinals. A Nootbaar home run has tied the game after 6. Keep Brian Hayes and the top of the Pirates order coming up. The Birds have a little spring in their step all of a sudden. After an unearned run, gave Pittsburgh a 3-1 lead, a double and a homer in the 6th. As is deadlocked in game 4. Cardinals need a win today to split this 4-game series. And he's gone 3-0 to Hayes, who tripled and scored the game's first run in the 1st inning. And 4 straight. And Hayes is aboard. 1 on, nobody out. Reynolds is up. So's the cat, Jim Hayes.
Been a rough start for Jordan Hicks, no question about it. So what's the solution? Can't be sent out without consent. Ollie Marmol told me he's not commanding his pitches, and when he's in the zone, it's getting hit. There are conversations taking place to get him right. It's a high priority. Chip Hicks has eye-popping stuff. He's such a weapon when he's right.
And hopefully the Cardinals can get him right, because if he's not right, Jim, and you can't pitch him, you're already down a man in the bullpen. Can't afford to keep that going for much longer, you'd think.
Well, that's the problem. You know, you talk about how well you can maneuver guys around and when you're healthy, but all of a sudden you're not healthy and you got no space because basically everyone's out of options.
Deep short.
Oh, look at this play.
Great play, and in time they somehow got Hayes the lead runner.
Go Tommy Edman. Wow.
That was bang bang at second. Are the Pirates going to challenge this?
How about this play?
And I think the Pirates are going to take a look at this. Did Hayes beat the throw? I don't think he did from that angle.
Pittsburgh is challenging the out call at second base.
So New York will take over. The call on the field was out. We'll see if there's enough evidence to overturn what would be a huge play here in the 7th inning. Great play by Edman to get to this ball. Let's see from this angle.
Oh, he's out.
Yeah.
I like that the call on the field is in our favor. So far, yeah, he's definitely out right there. That's a tough slide because you're trying not to jam your feet in there, but at the same time you want to be there quicker.
And for Pittsburgh, why not take a chance in the late innings of a tie game? Verdict is in. Safer out.
After review, the call is confirmed. The runner is out. Pittsburgh will lose their challenge.
So instead of 2 on, nobody out, it's a runner at first, 1 away. McCutcheon, the hitter, he's already hit into a double play today. And as you heard Lance Barksdale say, the Pirates are out of challenges. And so Tommy Edman with a super play at short gets the lead Pirate runner. including today. The Cardinals have made just 5 errors this year. Here's McCutchen. And he takes low, ball 1. In the home 7th, Edman, Donovan, Carlson, and Goldschmidt are scheduled for the Cardinals. They give McCutchen the right side of the infield. Let's see if Palante can jam him and get soft contact.
And you could just tell Palante is not himself. I mean, he's still out there with plus stuff, but he's normally 95, 97, little life. You can tell he's just not 100%. Well, I feel like he's not, in my opinion, not 100%, and he's trying to make pitches and doing a nice job so far. He just got to make the pitch.
That one hit softly into center, and the Pirates have first and third. Good base running by Reynolds, and McCutchen has his first hit of the game in Pittsburgh. First and third now with 1 out. That's their 8th hit.
Smart play by Carlson. Kind of makes it look like he's going to come up and throw to third, but you cannot overthrow the cutoff man there. You will lose the double play ball. You may catch somebody sleeping if you look like you're throwing it to third.
Pirates are 5 for 30 with runners in scoring position. The Cardinals have gotten a lot of double plays off the bats of these guys. One here would be nice. Good stop. On my count, the Pirates fit to 6 double plays in this series. Santana 1 for 3. He's 3 for 10 in the series. That's a good pitch.
Keep the ball down. Maybe a little in, little out.
Well, Palante's got him at his mercy. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Santana has had baseballs bounce all over his body in this series. He took one off the ribs to start the game at first base. That one off his foot at the plate. Action in the Cardinals bullpen starts the pitch. Good stop again.
Don't forget he took one off the collarbone yesterday.
Right.
At 107 miles an hour.
Perfect technique for Contreras.
That was pretty sweet right there.
Well, what do you do 2-2?
I'm going to go down and away, try to get that ground ball double play ball. Like get him to overcommit.
High towering fly ball down the right field line.
Yeah, it would have been
thankfully foul.
My second or third pitch would have been the hanging breaking ball.
Oof. Almost Carlton Fisk that one. Just a bit out front.
I'm saying even just a sinker down and away. He's trying to go deep. He's loading up. Just make him try to pull off one right here.
He expanded the strike zone, and Santana swings and misses. Big pitch, 2 outs.
Breaking ball down and away here. Plaza's Tire Service pitch tracks, and this ball's just out of the zone. But I think, you know, you got him thinking breaking ball. He saw it really well. And then what you do is you just try to get him to bite. Get him something he can think he can hit, and then it just kind of disappears.
Palante giving the Cardinals some length and relief. Smith and Jigba hits and takes high and away. Sawinski would be next. Thompson getting ready in a hurry if needed for the Cardinals here in the top of the 7th. The inning started with a walk. How big is the Edman defensive play at short looking now in a tie game? 2-0. There are days when a pitcher goes to the mound and they've got A+ stuff and it looks easy. It's the days when they don't have A+ stuff and they grind their way through it. It separates the men from the boys, and Palante trying to do that here in game 4. And they'll buy a little more time for Thompson now as Contreras, Goldschmidt, and Edman will talk it over here in the 7th inning. So while the Cardinals talk over this big sequence, we'll step aside quickly for a word from BJC Healthcare. Ollie and Dusty Blake talking over strategy here. My guess is Thompson versus Sawinski if somehow Smith and Jigba reaches. He's 0 for 3, but has scored a run. That came in on a 6th inning error. 2-0 pitch. Low. 3-0. So the base is loaded. Bookend walks in the inning. And Sawinski 2 for 3 is coming up. And so Ollie's on his way out. That's why he had Thompson ready for Sawinski. Pittsburgh has the bases loaded. There are 2 outs. Game 4 in St. Louis on a chilly afternoon is tied 3 apiece. AT&T Fiber. Get hyper-fast internet with AT&T. And by Budweiser, this Bud's for you. Let's see if Zach Thompson can tie the Pirates in knots here. Jack Sawinski versus Zach Thompson. Bases loaded, 2 outs in a tie game in the 7th. And Zach has been a revelation out of the Cardinals bullpen, Jim. An ERA of 0.
Yeah, he has. He's been amazing. You know what? I feel bad a little bit for Andre Palante. I don't know if I've ever watched him kind of struggle like that with just all of his stuff. His struggle with his command. He looks like he struggled with his mechanics. Looked like he was just really laboring.
Well, for a reliever, the most important stat, especially in a spot like this, is first batter faced. And that first batter is pinch hitter Connor Joe's at a productive series. Breaking ball, fly ball, left center, and Thompson gets us out of it. Pirates leave them loaded. 9-1-2 coming up for the Redbirds after the stretch. The rain showers passed through last night. Did they ever need this blow from Lars Nootbaar?
Quick hands right there. As you can see, StatCast powered by Google Cloud. That was a missile.
And the pepper grinder. And hopefully a few more of those as the Cardinals will greet Dwayne Underwood, who's pitching for the 3rd time in this series. He's got the 9-1-2 hitters coming up. And it starts with Tommy Edman, who fouls it straight back. Strike 1.
This game's so different now. You said he's pitched twice already, games 1 and 2, but only really, I mean, 1 inning and a third. That's it. I mean, that's kind of weird how the bullpen works these days, don't you think? Especially they got face 3 guys, but if you get them at the end, you might only have to face 1 or 2 guys to get out of the inning. And then they get them out.
A couple of other changes for the Pirates on defense. We'll get to you with those now. Connor Joe's in left. Reynolds moves from left to center as the Cardinals bat in our Honda home run inning. If the Cardinals homer in the 7th, your Gateway Honda dealers make a $1,000 donation to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. On the ground to first. Oh, tricky hop.
He got one.
Santana caught
this
it.
Poor guy.
Before it caught him.
Oh, what's going on? I'm like, if I'm him right now, I gotta have a word with the ground crew. He has not gotten a good hop in 4 days.
He's shaking his head as he makes his way to first.
I mean, seriously. Even that is a 2-hopper that shot up on him. Look at him shaking his head.
Put me in the outfield.
Holy moly. I'm backing up and getting a bulletproof vest or some kind of vest on and maybe a face mask, some shin guards.
He's talking to Dan Mertzel, the first base umpire.
Oh, man.
Get me out of here. As Donovan pops this one up behind the plate, near the screen to the warning track, and a row deep. And Donovan quickly behind, no balls, 2 strikes. Brendan's 0 for 3 at the plate. Keller out of the game, 6 innings, 3 runs earned. He'll have a no decision. Miles Michaelis off the hook as well. So this game in the hands of Zach Thompson and Dwayne Underwood Jr. for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I don't know if it's good news or bad news. Keller's out of the game. The Pittsburgh bullpen's gone 8 innings, 11 strikeouts. The one positive side for St. Louis is they've given up 6 walks. So maybe you can squeeze a walk and make something happen. Whatever it takes.
Hedges had a pitch-com problem. That's why we have a momentary delay. No balls, 2 strikes. And fouled away.
It's a good thing that their other catcher wasn't catching when you had a momentary delay.
That would have been a bigger delay.
Double delay.
0-2. And fouled away. Would you have liked to wear the pitch-com in center? I mean, you knew. You instinctively knew.
I would, because it probably would have better eyes now from straining all those years. But no, I really had. Yeah, I would, because I knew it was coming anyways. I made sure that I could see the signs, or I relayed. I had such a great relationship with both of my catchers, with Matheny and Yachty, and I think Yachty saw the relationship between Mike and I and saw what an advantage it would be for an outfielder to know everything's coming. That he just fell right into place when he was young, and he was on board with giving me signs and, you know, letting me see. You know, he would tell me what side the ball was going to be on before the pitch was thrown, as far as moving around and using hand signals and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, I use that a lot. Without that, I would have never been able to play the way I played. It would have been a lot of guesswork. But pitch-com for sure.
Dylan Carlson checked in after Alec Burleson fouled a ball off his shin. Jim was right. The word from the Cardinals clubhouse was
contusion.
Right shin contusion.
No. And I'm willing to bet that sucker hurts.
Check, swing, strike, 0-2.
Those are those things that hurt so bad, and they're like, yeah, just put some ice on it. You're like, yeah, no, don't touch it, don't look at it, just leave me alone.
Well, as a kid, growing up here in St. Louis, remember Gene Gieselman, the old Cardinal trainer? He'd come out in the white suit and he'd grab the guy and point and push right exactly where the ball hit him.
It hurt here?
Yeah, and then the silver spray thing.
Yeah, that works.
Check, swing, and a liner to third. Carlson almost snuck that one through. We're through 7. Cardinals and Pirates are tied. Tie game heading to the 8th. Zach Thompson, great work to get the Cardinals out of the 7th inning. He'll have the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up for Derek Shelton. Derek, of course, from across the river, Pirates manager, was once a volunteer coach at SIU Carbondale. Big alumni weekend. Talked to Derek before the game. He wanted to remember his former coach, Dan Callahan. They retired his number this weekend. As this ball by Castro's hit to right, Walker will slow and grab that shy of the track for out number 1. Shelton also joked, look, his whole family's here enjoying the First visit of the year by the Pirates. Of course, Derek gets them all tickets, takes good care of them, and then as soon as the series is over, he looks on his social media feed and everybody's saying go Cardinals. So loyalty only goes so far, but great to see Derek back. And hopefully the Cardinals can send him and the Pirates packing to Colorado after a Game 4 loss. That ball tapped right back to the mound. Marcano tried to slug bunt, but a good play by Thompson. Quickly 2 men out.
You don't see that very often anymore. I thought you would see a lot more of that with the shift, where guys would just try to like bunt balls in areas where there was nobody. But the problem is when you do it once and you mess it up, it's like you might as well just
ixnay that,
race it out of your memory banks.
Austin Hedges, the batter. He has an RBI single that came back in the second for Pittsburgh. I love watching this kid pitch.
Does a nice job, I'll tell you that. Confidence is amazing too.
High in the air toward left, but no carry. And Nootbaar is there. 5 pitches, takes care of Pittsburgh in the 8th. And the big boys are coming up for the Cardinals. Goldie, Arenado, and Wilson Contreras. Memory of a Cardinal great, Bruce Sutter, who passed away. Bruce Sutter was one of the best closers in the history of the Cardinals franchise, in fact in all of Major League Baseball. And his family was here. There's his red Cardinals Hall of Fame jacket. He's honored with his name on the bases, and there's his resume, a Hall of Famer as of 2006, 300 career saves on the button, and a Cy Young Award for relief pitcher. Something
that is
happen.
tough. 1979 Cy Young Award winner for a reliever. That's saying something. That's doing something right there.
So Colin Holderman answers the Pirates Chevy call to the bullpen. This guy is throwing aspirin tablets. He's had a terrific series. Got to get to him.
Well, it said 8 innings pitched. Cardinals offense is only hitting .233 against the relievers so far in the first 3 games.
There's a start. Goldie with a base hit up the middle.
Don't matter how hard you throw it, though. If you hang a slider right down the middle, it's going to get whacked.
So a chance to make it a very happy birthday for Nolan Arenado.
Just saw his father in the hallway, by the way.
Did you?
Yes. That ball looked like it was coming right back at us.
There you go.
I mean, that is how you hit. Guy throws you a slider. It's hittable, middle way running, and you just hit it right where it came from. Don't try to pull it. Don't try to do too much with it. He just smacks it right back up the middle.
As hard as this guy throws, I wonder if Nolan could take a shot at right field. They play him to pull on the infield. Goldie's got a good lead. And downstairs.
It's funny, as good as a hitter is he doesn't hit the ball the right field a lot unless it's a breaking ball. It's very interesting because he does stay on the ball so well and will hit some breaking balls in that right center field gap. But other than that, he is trying to hit the ball in the gap between the center fielder and the left field line.
Way outside.
The thing for Nolan over the years I've noticed too is his main thing is just being on time for the fastball. And I think sometimes he gets a little rushed. That's when you see the strikeouts climb on the sliders. He's not really seeing the ball that well when he rushes himself.
Swing and a shot hit to left field. That's down for a base hit. Goldie around second, on his way to third. Ball handled cleanly in the corner. Cardinals have him second and third. Nobody out. Happy birthday to you.
Such a good swing.
Love watching Goldschmidt hit. I love him watching him run the bases too. So now the Pirates infield comes in. Last time up, he hit a double 115 miles an hour. This is a great spot for the Cardinals. A deep fly ball puts you in front. And he was thinking swing on the first pitch. Strike one. Get a good one to hit, Wilson.
Just hit the ball in the air to right center field. That'll keep you on everything. That's what you got to think right here. If you think in this situation as a right-handed hitter, all I need to do is hit a ball into center field softly, into right center, right field softly, not hard, but barrel it with an easy swing, then it keeps you on every pitch and you don't cheat and swing at bad sliders like that. You don't need to pull the ball. All you got to do is keep that back knee down and try to lift something nice and smooth. This is a huge, huge run right here. Keep trying to get him to chase. Why wouldn't you? But see, here's the trick. I think here's the biggest thing as a hitter. It's easy what we're doing up here. Oh, he's going to throw him another slider. He's going to throw him another slider. But as a hitter, you're thinking that, and then you say, well, what if he busts me in with a fastball?
Right.
And so you're always in between.
2-2. Did he go? Went that time. And Contreras is out on strikes. So second and third, one out now.
As much as you don't want to swing at that, you're deathly afraid of taking a fastball for strike three with the guy on third base. And it is just a big time mind game.
And he did go. So second and third, one out. Nolan Gorman up. He doubled in the fourth. Were it not for the swirling winds at Busch, he might have hit a home run. Infield still in. And he had a home run cut. Up and out of the zone. Strike one. In the fourth inning, this is what Gorman did. But look at what the wind did.
Just enough.
He held up.
So that's a great job right there of just seeing what we're talking about. So we got him to go after the fastball, right? So now he's jumping. So what does he do? He tries to throw something tight, slider. It's in to get you to start to swing, and then it breaks out of the strike zone. That's kind of like the X factor with the ball going across the inside, coming back on the inside. You're just trying to play, like you said, little tic-tac-toe, little X's on the corners.
Even count.
Oh.
Pulled a string.
Well, wow. Think about if you're thinking about hitting the ball to left center field right there, where that ball ends up. Way deep left center field, especially with the wind swirling like it is now.
Goldschmidt at third. Arenado at second. One man out. And he strikes out. Back-to-back strikeouts. So from second and third, nobody out. It's second and third, two outs and no contact.
See right there the pull version of that. That's either expecting fastball in, worried about hitting the ball in. You can see he pulled off that slider big time.
The Pirates want no part of Lars Nootbaar. They intentionally walk him and set up righty-righty with Jordan Walker. Jordan's seen a lot of sliders here. Let's see what he does. Bases loaded, two out.
I think it's not a little chilly out there. Look at the ninja on second. He's got his mask on. Nolan's got his mask on. You can barely see his eyes. It's chilly out there.
Wind picking up.
I don't know why that always makes me laugh when people wear that stuff. Wow.
Too high, I guess. Thank you. 2 balls, no strikes.
Look at it. Look at Jordan Walker. He's like, all right, I'll take that. Let it fly one time.
High fly ball left center. Reynolds going back. He says he's got it. It carries to the track. And the Pirates get out of second and third, nobody out, and preserve a tie. And we go to the ninth. Cardinals had a golden opportunity to take a lead in the 8th, but that slipped through their fingers. And now Giovanni Gallegos will come on and pitch the 9th inning. He'll have the top of the Pirates order. It's 3-3, 9th inning. Game 4 of our 4-game series. Gallegos has been a busy man. He pitched on the 11th, the 12th, and the 14th. Today is April 16th. So this is 4 appearances for him now in the last 5-6 days. Something that Ali hasn't wanted to go to, but with so many others unavailable for him in the late innings, Gallegos needed here in the 9th inning.
Well, he's one of the guys that can usually count on day to day going out there. He seems like he's never the one that's shut down. He'll go out there any chance you give him the ball.
Gallegos start of the year under the weather. Back tightness kept him out of that Toronto series. But he's been awfully good since his first against the Atlanta Braves April 4th. 4 appearances, no runs. And since the Cardinals got Gallegos, he leads all pitchers in ERA. Need more of that good work here with the 1-2-3 hitters up for the Buccos. And that's a great way to start. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and 1 out.
Looking for that slider. Gallegos usually puts everyone away with that slider, and that is a great job right there. Don't waste any time.
Here's Reynolds. Boy, this is a game of missed opportunities for both teams. There have been 17 men left on base. Pittsburgh has stranded 9. Reynolds has been left twice. Squibbed off the end of the bat to short. A lot of spin on that ball, but Tommy makes the play, and Reynolds is out number 2. And here's McCutchen. McCutchen, a 7th inning single, part of his 1-for-4 day. Just seems right to see McCutchen wearing the Pirates black and gold, doesn't it?
It does. He looks, like I said the other day, never left. And he has been playing pretty dang well again, too.
Bednar is up in the Pirates bullpen. He'll have the 9-1-2 hitters for the Cardinals.
This is McCutchen's 82nd game against the Cardinals. It's a half of a full season.
McCutchen wants his timeout. And now the 0-2.
You know, he's one of only 2 guys that are active right now. It's got 200 homers and 200 steals. If I told you that the best player in the game was the other guy, would you know who it was?
Jim Evans.
Oh, Mike Trout. Nice try.
Well, I had the Angels part right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And in the dirt. 2-2.
It's pretty impressive, though, if you think about it. He's closing in on 300 homers.
McCutchen's hit a couple of them this year in his return to Pittsburgh. And now a 2-2 pitch. He's fouled away. Your point about the steals, don't walk this guy. It was 0-2. Now it's a full count with Carlos Santana waiting next. Chopper hit toward third. Arenado got the hoppy one with a bare hand throw. A strike to first, and he held the bag. Great play, Nolan Arenado. Wow.
Both of these guys, it's just ridiculous watching them.
It's a 3-3 game. Bednar will face the 9-1-2 hitters to the Cardinals. Jimmy, how about a walk-off? Haven't had one of those yet this year.
Well, he's not going to be the easiest customer to do that against, but you just never know. Fastball, curveball, about 96-mile-an-hour fastball. But anything can happen.
That's it. How about that play by Nolan to end the 9th inning? Cold, trying to keep the hands warm. That ball had to feel like a cue ball, and he just let it rip and got McCutchen by a step.
Do you know what? I think if you watch long enough, a guy like that, he'll preset his feet every time, catch it, and throw almost like he caught it with his glove. You see a lot of guys, they won't put themselves in a throwing situation first. They'll try to catch a ball that's uncatchable and then worry about throwing it later, where he knows if he times it, he's going to catch it. So he wants to get the throw over there. You know, other guys will charge that and try to short hop it and throw on the run. And I mean, it's just incredible. And then on the other side, Goldie, it seems like every time he makes the play too.
Swinging bunt, and Santana makes the play. Runner out of the baseline. And there is out number one. Again, here is that play that sent us to the home ninth.
Watch how he gives himself some space right here. He stops, gets on his back foot, so now he's just throwing. You keep charging that ball, it's do or die. You never know what's going to happen. And I mean, every single time he makes a play like that, it feels like Goldie's on the other end, picking up the pieces in case it has a bad throw. Or, I mean, the plays that he makes, you can't throw the ball in the money every time. Insane watching those two play.
Brendan Donovan, the Cardinal hitter, he's 0 for 4 today. He's had a good series at the plate, 6 hits.
I would imagine that would be almost as good as watching like middle infielders doing their double play work. Just magical.
I think that's one of the best things about the new shift rules is we are seeing the unbelievable athleticism of all the infielders. Right, instead of just routine ground balls hit to where a guy's standing, they
or
actually,
getting through the hole.
Right, they get through, or guy makes a play.
Yep.
Rolled foul. 1-2.
I'm with you on that. You could just see the statisticians and those guys are just cringing about losing their jobs. Sorry, we don't need you anymore. Can't put anyone over there.
No real shift for the Pirates against Donovan. There is a lot of room down the third base line if he goes that way. 2-2 count from Bednar. And he tried to.
Sure, they had guys stay up at night trying to figure out the percentages of ground balls in the hole. We don't need you anymore, thanks. Have a good year.
Chopped up the middle.
Tough
Charging
play.
at second. Tough play. Double clutch, and he beat it. Great hustle by Brendan Donovan. Infield single. And the winning runs aboard in the Cardinals' ninth. Put it in play, something good happens. Here's Dylan Carlson. Dylan took over for Alec Burleson, who fouled the ball off his shin earlier in the game. A shin contusion after 3 innings. And that's up and away, ball 1. Cardinals were down 3-1 in this game. A Lars Nootbaar 6th inning homer tied it.
Oh, trying. If you're wondering, Bednar is a little too quick to run on. He's 1-2-8. Just a little bit underneath the 1-3 you'd like to have, and that is even borderline some days.
So a short lead at first, not going, and Carlson takes high. 2 balls and a strike. You know, this game is just setting up to get Arenado another at bat on his birthday, don't you?
Yeah, I was kind of joking about, like, at what point do you want them to make out so you can get Goldie Arenado coming up with a guy on second?
Bad miss, 3-1. So Carlson in the driver's seat here. A ton of real estate in right center, down the left and right field lines. Very small strike zone here, you'd think. The pitch. Turned it loose. Swung at ball 4. Full count. So what do you think? Do you run on a full count, 1 out? You've got Goldschmidt on deck.
No. Not with Goldie on deck. And I would love to say yes because I think it's a great play. But if he's 1-2-8, I don't want to run into an out with a guy like that on.
He started, then stopped, and the pitch popped up. Ooh. Wynn played tricks with that. Good play by Hedges. And here is Goldschmidt. Paul walked and scored the first Cardinal run in the first inning. He singled in the 8th, went to third on an Arenado double. The Cardinals, though, couldn't break through.
Now, to be honest with you, if he wasn't so quick to the plate, I would run him here early if I could, if you got a good jump, as I try to get him to second base.
Ground ball to short, deep short. The peg to second, bad throw, but he held the bag. Cardinals might take a look at this. Somehow Marcano held the second base bag. At the moment it ends the inning. Bang bang play. Let's see if Ali and the Cardinals take a closer look. And it looks like the Cardinals will challenge. You might as well.
St. Louis is challenging the out call at second base.
Anytime you see an infielder go back and double tap the bag, it makes you think he missed it the first time.
This is a tough angle to see right here. It looks like if he caught that ball, but look at his foot is back on the bag before Donovan even gets to the bag, I think. See, look at this.
Right
yeah,
there.
right there.
Yeah, he's going to be out.
And then Donovan still hasn't stepped on the bag yet.
So a good play by Marcano, and for the second straight game, we've got extra innings in St. Louis. We go to the 10th. Second straight game, we head to extra innings. Andrew McCutchen will be the gift base runner for the Pirates as we start extra innings. Drew Verhagen is on. He's healthy, Jim, and as he answers the Chevrolet call to the bullpen, he's been outstanding too.
Well, the health is what you want to see, especially like we've been talking about, a lot of usage for this bullpen as of late, especially coming out of Colorado. But yeah, he's been good so far this year, and see if we can't add more to that stat line.
Cardinals bullpen today, 3 1/3 innings of 1-hit relief. And do we have a pitch count problem for Verhagen? Think so.
He's thrown every other game this week perfectly.
Cardinals have out-hit the Pirates today, 10-8. Both clubs have left 9 on base. Santana is 1 for 4 today, and tried to hit that one to East St. Louis.
Angry 1 for 4 today.
Yeah.
A few bruises.
Will Crow is up for the Pirates in relief. He's getting loose. As Verhagen turns it loose, bouncing ball foul. 0-2. Remember Santana in that last at bat against Palante just missed, hitting a long home run.
I was going to say, I don't want to see another one of those curveballs. If you're going to throw it again, you got to get it down out of the zone.
He advanced the runner. Good at bat with 2 strikes. And McCutchen is 90 feet away for the Pirates with 1 out. So ABC baseball for Pittsburgh. And that brings Canaan Smith and Jigba up. Doesn't matter how long you've played in the big leagues. When you play the game right, you get the high five. So now the Cardinals infield comes in.
Play the game the right way. At least try.
That's a good pitch. Smith and Jigba scored in the 6th for Pittsburgh. That an unearned run. Pirates are 1 for 9 today with runners in scoring position. Ground ball first, bobbled. That will score the run as Goldie steps on the pillow. So 2 ground outs, scores 1 for the Pirates, and they take a 4-3 lead.
Couldn't hit it any softer and more perfect with some top spin right here to make it tough.
I don't know if Goldie would have had it play at the plate.
I don't think so either. He was thinking about it. It might have been what got him to take that off the heel of the glove right there. He was wanting to throw it, but there was really not much he could do right there at all.
So Connor Joe is the hitter. An unearned run is across. I always thought as a visiting team too, one of the challenges of the extra inning game, you almost always have to score 2, not just 1. So it becomes a lot more difficult for the Pirates here with the bases empty and Connor Joe up. Remember, the Cardinals in the 10th will have the same advantage. They'll have Goldschmidt in scoring position for the middle of the order. 1 ball, 1 strike. On the ground to short. And Connor Joe is retired, and so are the Pirates. Cardinals come up in extra innings. It's 4-3. As they bat in the bottom of the 10th inning, they will have to face Will Crowe. He's pitched in 3 games for the Pirates, gets the ball on the ground, and he is the 3rd man to answer a Chevy call to the bullpen. Crowe will face Arenado, Contreras, and Gorman in the 10th inning. Paul Goldschmidt made the last out of the 9th inning, so he will be the Cardinals base runner to start extra innings here. Arenado has 2 hits on his 32nd birthday. Ji-hwan Bae, who had a spectacular defensive start to this series in center, is back out there in extra innings as Goldie makes his way to second base to get the home 10th started.
Will Crowe's only pitched in 3 games so far this year. 1 save and 1 save opportunity. Only 7 innings. It's interesting.
So the Pirates outfield, they shifted again. Reynolds in left and Joe is in right with Bae in center field. Nolan Arenado trying to warm the hands up on this chilly mid-40-degree afternoon in St. Louis. Wind blowing toward right. Driven to right.
Interesting looking at this right here. He has 4 or 5 days of rest, and he has not started a game, but he threw 52 pitches at a game on the 10th.
No balls and a strike.
Nolan's got 3 career walk-offs, all of them with Colorado. walk-off homers. Sorry.
A single would tie the game here, you'd figure. And that's high, ball 2. And it's been quite a week for Arenado, right? 10 years of service time.
1400th game. And his 32nd birthday. And his entire family's in town.
Let's send him home happy, shall we? 2 balls and a strike. Swing, fly ball hit toward left. And the wind played some tricks with that. Nice work by Reynolds to go to his knees and make the play. And there's your first out. So no advance of the runner. And here's Contreras. He had a key at bat in the 8th inning. 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. Wilson struck out. He does have 2 hits, an RBI, and a run scored today. He's got a lot of room to play with in left center and down the left field line. If he can pull something. Pops that to the right side. And over the Cardinals dugout foul. It's an even count. Fan from O'Fallon, Illinois caught that pop fly.
Not even gonna ask. Did he have a shirt on that said "I'm from O'Fallon"?
Oh no, that's what they said. 1 ball, 1 strike. This one headed toward foul ground as well. Those fans are from Chesterfield.
The ones with the blue shirts on. Blue shirt giveaway day.
So Contreras has a 2-strike count. Nolan Gorman waiting on deck. Let's see if that sets up a slider. That's where they've gone with Wilson quite a bit. Hopefully he's up for the challenge. If he can guide one between Santana and the bag, we'd be in business. Crow ready. And the 2-2 pitch. There it was, but it's a full count. So what's he getting now? 3-2. He would be the winning run. You know, Crow doesn't want to walk a batter in front of Nolan Gorman.
Your guess is as good as mine in this era.
Good at bat. Ball 4. 2 on, 1 out. And here's Gorman. So here's how the Pirates took the lead with the gift base runner at third base. And Paul Goldschmidt hits a hard shot to short. Donovan on a force play. Great play by Marcano to hold the bag, and that ended the St. Louis threat. So first and second here, Nolan Gorman the batter. He's doubled. He also struck out in the Cardinals' best scoring chance in the 8th. Let's see if he can make up for that.
So Crow's another one of those guys with the fastball velocity at 94, but yet to righties he's 60% sliders, 25% fastballs, and to lefties he's 60% changeups.
Swing, drive, hammer down the right field line. That ball is down. It's going to bounce over the fence. That'll be a ground rule double. Gorman with an ambush has tied this game at 4.
Got to be kidding me.
He hit it too hard.
Yeah, he did. Those are the worst. 112 miles an hour off the bat. That ball was rocketed into the corner. Oh, just hit the wall for us, please.
That stays on the field of play. Game is over. Instead, the bases are loaded after an intentional walk. And it's the same scenario for Jordan Walker, who flied out to end inning number 8. He's up now with only 1 out, and the Pirates want to talk this over. Might we see 5 infielders?
I don't know if you could do that with Jordan Walker. I just don't think. I mean, I think you can try, but I just don't know if that's the right call with the way Walker kind of stays on his back leg. But well, they got some stuff going on there in the outfield. Looks like they're going to try it.
So Tyler O'Neill's going to pinch run. He's going to third base. Bay is going to grab an infielder's glove and play right behind the second base bag. Joe and Reynolds switch spots. Joe now in left center, Reynolds in right center. And so Pittsburgh will play with 5 infielders, with Jordan Walker up and the infield in with a chance to walk off in the home 10th.
I would love to hear the explanation of why you switch sides with the outfielders. It's not like this guy's got a massive spray chart under his belt.
Everybody up. Ball 1.
It's gotta hit a fly ball in the outfield. Cannot look to pull the ball. It's like what we talked about earlier. Relax and just do a nice, easy job.
Fastest runner is O'Neill. That's why he's at third. Fouled off the catcher's mask. A good rip. 1-1. Cardinals this year are 1 for 15 as a club with the bases loaded. Here's a great spot. You don't need a hit to win the game, but you got to put it in play past the drawn in infield. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pulled off that pitch, and now it's 1-2.
Look at the outfield now. This tells you right here you're not getting a pitch inside. They pushed all the outfielders, well, both of the outfielders, basically to left center and right center, but way over. Probably going to slider him away, a fastball away.
And he takes a fastball for strike 3 on the black.
These guys just don't want to give that outside corner a look. See right there, the butt goes out. Foot goes out, and it's not like that's an unhittable pitch, you know, especially 2 strikes with his size and his hands. That's just something that's going to come with experience.
So now the Pirates back out of their 5-man infield. Normal alignment. Tommy Edman, bases loaded, 2 outs.
Let's drop a bunt right here.
Ground ball. Cardinals win it on the first pitch.
Well, it's mayhem out there now. Talked about Tommy Edman when he was driving the ball up the middle and the other way, how he was a much better player at the plate, and he's been rolling over and pulling balls down the line. Well, this 3rd career walk-off hit right here is exactly what you're looking for. Something up the middle. And great job by staying on a breaking ball. And just hitting it back where it came from.
Man, oh man, do the Cardinals need that. Our first walk-off of the young season. Cardinals have their 7th win. They split an exciting 4-game series with the Pirates, and Jim Hayes is with our hitting hero. Jim?
Yeah, Tommy Edman, the walk-off base hit in the 10th. First pitch you saw, take us through that. What were you looking for?
I was looking for something on over the plate, and I was watching the way he was pitching the first few guys and kind of just took notes of that.
That position to be in where you can pick up the W for your ball club, the way things have gone. How big was that? How good did that feel?
Yeah, it was huge. I mean, before that, it was a very frustrating game. We had a lot of opportunities and didn't cash in, myself included, so it felt great to finally be able to do so like that.
How about Gorman coming through the way he did?
Huge. I mean, he's been huge the past week, just clutch hit after clutch hit, and I mean, he just keeps getting those knocks when you need it. So he's definitely matured a ton from last year, and he's going to be a key part of our lineup the whole year.
Team-wise, you guys have gotten off to a slow start. I know you want to get on a roll here. How big to get the split?
Yeah, that was huge. That was huge. We needed that win for sure, and hopefully just carry this momentum in the next series.
Good job. Thanks for the time.
Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it.
All right, guys. Tommy Edman.
Cardinals win it 5-4. A couple of first swing hits in the home 10th, and Jim, they were huge.
Yep, got to be ready to hit from the first pitch, and they did a couple of good. Took a couple of nice swings early in the count right there, and they walk away with a victory. Nice.
A happy recap coming up. Cardinals live post-game show is next here in St. Louis.